Hey everybody, Chris here, U-Joint Off-Road, North Carolina. I apologize that my intro video is happening in the shop right before we tear it down, but it's been a wild few weeks here in North Carolina, so things aren't normal. But today we are excited because we are going to install our new two-wheel drive suspension lift on this RV. So this is my new RV. It is a 2022 E450 Forest River Sunseeker 2850. Nice package. I was about to fly to Indianapolis to get another RV when this one popped up local. I went and checked it out, made a good deal, and here it is. So today I'll shoot some video as we install the new two-wheel drive lift. Here's a quick rundown of what's going to happen with this rig. We've got a few camping trips planned for the fall, and we always camp over New Year's. Not sure if that's going to happen because of the storm and some of the damage that the campsites may have received, and I'm sure it's not a high priority to get those cleaned up, which is totally okay. So we might wind up just building this thing, and then I might just sell it. I was planning to sell it in January. We might sell it before that, not really sure, but I would plan on a January for sale video on this rig. So today we're going to install the two-wheel drive lift. Sometime in December, we'll take out the two-wheel drive lift and put an actual four-wheel drive axle in it, so we can document how that goes. In case some of you buy the two-wheel drive lift, then decide you want four-wheel drive later. So we're going to show you all the benefits of why we think this two-wheel drive lift is going to be really nice, and then how to upgrade it in the future. So watch along as we build this thing. All right, here we are, midday. It is lunchtime. I tried to stay out of the guys' way today so they could get everything done without my interruption. If you want to see, more of a full install, check out our DIY install video here on our YouTube channel. So let's get into some of the geekiness of what we've got going on here with this two-wheel drive lift. So from here, you really can't tell any difference between it and our four-wheel drive lift because pretty much everything is the same. We've got the same spring hangers, same spring specs, same shocks, same U-bolt plates. Everything is the same except the housing. So what we've just got is what is commonly called in the industry as a dummy axle. So it's just a monotube axle built to our specs with the same C-forgings and the same knuckles out as our stage 3 axle. So one of the big benefits of this over the other two-wheel drive lifts on the market is that if you do this and you decide I want to go four-wheel drive later, all we have to do is send you a housing with inner axle shafts, and then you obviously do your exhaust work, your transfer case, shifter, and all that stuff, and drive shafts. All of these parts you see here will swap over to the new housing. Easy. And we'll obviously send you some locking hubs instead of these drive flanges that are on this, just to close the hub up. We've also got some plugs in the axle tube and at the backside of the spindle, so no water can get in there and damage anything. So everything else is the same steering, same sway bar stuff, everything. It's just the housing is different. So the cost is considerably less. Another benefit of doing this is if you buy the RV, put this lift in it, and then you decide you're going to get rid of the RV, and that new owner wants it four-wheel drive, it has become much easier for them as well. So for this stage of the build, we are done up front. I'm just going to put the wheels and tires on it, and then we'll move to the back and get the lift done. Straightforward there. I don't really need to cover it. I'll come back once it's on its new wheels and tires. I also want to note that the exhaust is down. We did drop the exhaust to get better access to cut the shackle sleeves. It is not back up because it had a stud or two seize up. So we've got to replace those studs in the exhaust manifolds before the exhaust goes back together. The sway bar is not set up yet. We do that on the ground once the weight of the vehicle is on the springs. So just because it's a two-wheel drive lift doesn't mean we're going to skimp in the rear. Full leaf spring replacement all the way around. That's the magic recipe that makes these things ride, drive, and handle so much better than stock. So this is a 28-foot RV. This spring is spec'd to 10,000 pounds, and we upgraded the shackles. So it's got our big heavy-duty shackles instead of these factory ones. They don't fail too often, but It is definitely a weak spot. Hard to see from here, but that's the big heavy-duty Alcan shackles that we've been installing on all the RVs we build. So rear suspension is pretty simple, just all spring and some Fox 2.0s. Well, all right, here we are, day one complete. Got set back a little bit with the exhaust studs, but you guys got those fixed. And now we just have a short list of things to do before this thing is roadworthy. Got to align it, gonna run a full checklist, trim the front U-bolts, get the rear sway bar drilled and installed, and what else? I think that's about it. So yeah, super excited for this new kit. We'll have more options on the website soon, including the 2-wheel drive to 4-wheel drive upgrade. And yeah, if you got any questions, leave them in the comments or shoot me an email, chris@ujoinoffroad.com. It's been cool to see all the reception we've gotten for guys that don't have an RV, who just want a regular van or have a different style camper that want to do this setup. So very cool. Thanks for watching as always, and have a good day.